Today we're going to be taking a look at the best tow bar wiring options for your 2017 Ford Focus. Whenever we're flat towing our Focus, it's very important that the light functions on our motorhome transfer over to our Focus so everybody knows what's going on, whether we're slowing down and the brake lights come on, or if we turn our turn signal on to change lanes. There's going to be three basic types of lighting options that we're going to have available for our Focus, so we'll take a closer look at those and go over some of the features. So the first style we're going to have is going to be the diode style, and then the bulb and socket, and then finally the removable lights. Now with the removable lights, there are a lot of different options available, and these are the tried and true versions that we may have seen a lot either on vehicles or on trailers. And the basic way that these are going to work is these lights typically have magnets on them. We'll mount them to the back of our vehicle, and then we'll have a length of wire that will run along the car and match up to our motorhome. The big benefit to these is that it is going to be an external thing and it's not going to be a permanent installation. We're going to be able to easily remove them and install them. However, the downside to it is that it is going to have to be another step every time we hook up to our Focus. Not to mention the fact that we are going to have to run the length of wire from the back of the lights all the way up to the front of our Focus and the back of the motorhome. And with going down the road, potentially going down the highway, the wind can catch the wire, cause a lot of abrasion, and potentially scratch the paint on our Focus. And that's going to differ between these two kits. Both of these are going to be a permanent installation where we're not going to have to set anything up each time, just that first initial install. With the bulb and socket kit, we're actually going to get a separate bulb that's going to be mounted inside our taillight housing that will run each wire to a length of wire and then run up to the front to where we can connect that umbilical cord in between our motorhome and our Focus. The big benefit to our bulb and socket is it's going to completely bypass our vehicle's wiring, and we're not going to have to worry about cutting or splicing into anything or causing any problems, because it's going to be a completely separate circuit with a separate bulb and socket running through a separate wire. Another benefit to our bulb and socket is the fact that it's going to prevent us from voiding the warranty by doing any kind of modifications to the wiring, because we're not going to be touching the factory wiring. However, the downside to these is that we are going to have to drill a hole in the taillight housing in order to get the bulb in place. Now our diode kit is going to work similar to that bulb and socket kit, because it is going to give us that separate wire that we're going to hook into. However, our diodes are going to be using our factory wiring and our factory bulbs to send the signal out. So we'll have our factory wire go in one side, and then our separate wire come into the other in port, and then it's going to come out to our taillight bulb and the factory bulb. So when we're driving around normally, our factory wire will still send the signal, but when we're flat towing, our new wire will send the signal out to our bulb. The diodes are also going to help protect our vehicle's wiring and prevent any kind of feedback, so even though we are tapping in, they are going to be protected. The really nice thing about our diodes is once they're installed, you're not going to be able to tell that they're there. It's not going to change the outer appearance of our vehicle at all. However, the downside to it is that we do have to cut into our wires and we do have to splice into the factory wiring. That can be a little bit intimidating and potentially may void your warranty. So to sum everything up, if you do plan on keeping your Focus for quite a while and you do plan on towing a lot, I would suggest the diode kit, just because it is going to be a nice clean install and it's going to be a proven way to get those signals there. Now if you do plan on trading your Focus in, or you don't tow that often, the removable lights are an option. However, with the magnets or even the other ways that they attach, there is always that chance of them coming off and that wire rubbing against the paint and causing damage. So I would go with the bulb and socket kit, because we can always replace the taillight assembly and return the vehicle back to stock. We hope that this information has helped you picking out which wiring options can be best for you. And that'll finish up your look at the best tow bar wiring options for your Ford Focus.